And so is Skyler, but Skyler's already been in the cooking pot. He's got a feel for it. He's got momentum. He knows how that table is playing today. And Andy, having made your way into the comm box here, got to favor Skyler here.
Good evening, Jim. I just wonder how much of an advantage the Americans have by keeping that play, as you quite rightly said, warm on the table. Listen, it's worked so far. That might be part of the reason as to why the Americans have such a commanding lead.
Well, that's about as close a leg as you're going to see. And Alex noted that that was the first time that America has won a match here in this year's Mosconi Cup to open a day, to open a session. So Europe can take heart there. They've lost every day, having won the first session. So maybe they can turn it around today. Kazakis will have to lead by example. Good cue ball, one into the side. And a nice lay of the land here. Andy's got the 2-3. This is a dream break.
And incredible as well. That 9-ball goes nowhere near any of the pockets. It's been like that since we started on Tuesday. No golden breaks yet, but he won't care. He's got a good chance, 2 right over the hole.
No, he's just got to settle himself now. He'll come right off the practice table. And rarely does the practice table ever play anywhere near like the match table. But being a rookie in the Mosconi Cup, all this experience. Just trying to listen one in. He's looking down in the corner, but if he comes out far enough, he can also just play the 6 into the side pocket as well. Just depends where he finishes with the cue ball here. No, he'll be looking at the corner.
I think out of choice they prefer to play it into the corner. The angles on those middle bags are slightly tighter than the corner. Either way, he shouldn't miss.
He's looking at the side. He just eyed up the side pocket there. Yeah, I think he's going to rethink things. Now he's looking at the corner. Easier shot for me, corner pocket.
Well, if he takes it into the side, the white ball's moving away from the next ball. Whereas if he plays it into the corner, he can either run through or screw back for the next ball in the same pocket. So.
It's a little straighter than he would have liked. He's not going to be able to get that cue ball off that side cushion, not nearly as much as he would have preferred.
Yeah, these pockets are quite forgiving, but you don't want to force them in too much. Yeah, just easy option of stunning it in. And he'll roll the 8 in, and he'll take the 9 into the same pocket.
Yeah, but this is a much more difficult shot than it really needed to be. And again, the nerves. Yeah, that's a good strike. That's a confidence-building shot, that 8-ball. European fan here knows it. Kazakis with a break and run out to open his account here in the second match of day 3. 1-0 Europe over USA. Champagne from the Mosconi Cup, Andy. They want the 25th anniversary of it to be a memorable one.
Should say as well, for everyone watching at home who has access to social media, I'm curious as to what you think the score will be tonight and who will win it, and you can let me know at Sky Snooker, and I'll read out a few later on.
Quiet down, please.
Useful break. The only problem is holding position from the 1 to the 3. You might have to take the cue ball into the 3. And then he's going to be trusting to luck slightly, and Captain Johan Rushink. And there's our man Alex getting a little inside info. Alex, pick that man's brain, see what we can find out, because he has been a magician this year. That was always going to be left to chance a little bit, Andy.
Yeah, he knew the ball was running that way. The problem he's got, if he sends the white ball up towards the 9, he has a danger of leaving that 3 ball over one of the corner pockets. So,
well, he should be able to play a very aggressive safety here. He's got a number of options, but either way,
Settle down, please.
when Alex comes to the table, he shouldn't have a clear path to this 3.
that's a great shot. Look at that. Absolutely wonderful.
The definition of being in jail there. He'll be looking to get the handcuffs off. This is a very tricky hit.
Oh, look at that. There's a lot of traffic in the way, and not only has he got to hit it, he's got to somehow get it safe or fluke it.
Extension code.
Europe started out winning the first 2 points in this year's Mosconi Cup. America, well, they have been dominant ever since the mid-session of day 1. Young Tyler Steyer came out, beat the 4-time MVP, and they've never looked back.
Oh, sure.
It's ball in hand. That was a great snooker.
Well, if that was on the snooker table, that would have been called a miss. That was that far away. And the problem he's got, look at this, just hits the middle knuckle. The problem he's got, of course, is there's not a difficult ball. This is what they practice in the club, day in, day out. You expect him to dish from here.
That might have been Skyler's sister that just applauded for that 3.
Quiet down, please.
They are very loud in here, aren't they, Jim? I mean, you and I are lucky. We've got the best seat in the house. The view we've got is fantastic. Not as good as the one you have got sat on your couch at home watching this unfold live.
I want to thump this 6 in as well.
Just drags the white across for the 7 in the middle.
Settle down, please.
This point, Jim, in this match is such a big one, isn't it? I mean, 8-4 is just
an insurmountable lead. Woodward has already accounted for 2 points for the American side.
Quiet, please.
And he's just leveled it up here with Kazakis. 1-1. Will be the Europeans' break. Rack number 3. But a very good snooker.
look at that as well. The Americans all got a smile on their faces, all having a chat. In recent years, we've seen none of that. We usually see that from the European camp. Look, not one European player around him. You know, in previous Mosconis, they've all gone down, win or lose. Words of wisdom in the air, no one around him. That does surprise me.
And he's a rookie, so you'd think they'd need him there. But here's the snooker that I alluded to. This was a great shot from Woodward and really set the stage for the clearance that followed. It was a very tough hit. Had to be close to that side pocket. Dearly love a break, just like the one that he opened the match with.
Quiet down.
Doesn't look like anything but a safety here on the 2.
Yeah, one drops in the middle. Could have done with another 3 or 4 inches on that bounce for the 2 ball, but
well, he's in control of the table though. Jason and Captain Marcus Shamat. They look
Quiet
on.
down, please.
there's Darren Appleton behind as well. Played well. Excellent shot. Excellent shot.
This one is as tough as Alex's in the last frame. The last one, he attempted a 2-cushion escape. This one might be 3.
Yeah. Well, if he does go off 3 cushions, he's flicking the 2 ball up the table. And there is a chance that, I mean, listen, all depending he hits it, but there is a chance that the white will stay where the 2 is and flick it up. So if he hits it full on, he has a chance of getting it safe, but my goodness, that's a huge if.
Quiet, please.
No, it was never going to be easy.
Foul shot. Ball in hand.
But a chance.
Start the clock, please.
Alex is already looking where he wants to position the cue ball to attack that red 3 ball next. And he'll ensure to leave himself an angle on the 4 to come down table for the 5.
Quiet down, please.
And as it sits, it looks like the 5 is only available to the bottom right corner. Alex is checking the bottom left. Doesn't look like it passes the 9. If it does, that would be easier position.
It's very tight, isn't it? It shouldn't be too difficult, just a little bit left-hand side on that cue ball. No, it doesn't, which is why he's played it like that. That's absolutely perfect. Well played. Well, he would have liked maybe another 2 inches on this, because he could have spun up towards the 6, but as it is, he's going to have to screw off the side cushion. Do you sometimes think, Jim, they're maybe a little bit guilty of taking too long and what they would consider quite easy shots here. Certainly in the doubles we've seen that.
He looks like a man in control, though, Andy. I look more for wasted movement. That's usually a sign of nerves. Movement that you can't really put any reason to. He looks pretty steady to me. And both players look like holding serve. Just this 9
Quiet down.
to maintain that 1 rack advantage. 2-1 it is in a must-win match for Team Europe.
Mosconi Cup well and truly underway. It's the Americans that took the first point of the night. They now lead 7-4. It's the race to 11, of course. And as you can see, our second match is already underway. It's the first singles of the night, and at the moment it's going with the break. Europe lead 2-1. A reminder, if you do want to tweet us here, you can at Sky Snooker. I would love to know who you think will be leading at the end of tonight's play and who will go on to lift the Mosconi Cup as well. So let me know at Sky Snooker.
Skyler Woodward, this is first singles match of 2 scheduled on day 3. He trails 2-1 at this point. And he's got the 2 in the corner, 3 in the same corner, and the 1 is going to be following suit. Great break.
Yeah, that's wonderful, that is. Look at that. 2 in the corner. And he's perfect on the 1. 3 drops in. 4 next to the 1. I don't think he could have put the balls in a better position if he wanted to, Jim.
No, this is promising. And if nothing else, it keeps the heat on Alex Kazakis.
Quiet, please.
The European rookie, stoic in his chair, but he's got to be feeling the pressure.
Yeah, we're looking 3 shots in front now. He knows he's easily going to get the 1 and then the 4, but it's how to get from the 4 to the 5. I think he's a tiny bit short on that.
Yeah, he'd like to leave that cue ball right where it is now when shooting 5 after this one. You can get back to the same area of the table, you'll be delighted.
It's good. Yeah.
A little too close to that cushion for comfort, though. You're going to see him raise the back end of the cue here, and that's going to increase the degree of difficulty in this pot. He's got to stun this in and hold for position to the 6.
Yeah, if anything, he wants to pull the cue ball back slightly because he doesn't want to have to send the white around the table. So this is missable.
Yeah, you know, when you've got to raise that back end like that, it's just not as easy to deliver the cue on the desired tangent, and that's what happened there.
Look at his body, everything moved on that. He just didn't look like he was comfortable with the shot.
Big difference, that cue ball being near that cushion.
Quiet down, please. Extension, coach.
Does that 6 pot into both corner pockets? Yes, it does. So he's got options here.
Yeah, Alex will try and get below the left-hand side pocket as we look. Play the 6 into the bottom right.
This is what I said earlier. He didn't want to be that side of it. That's the problem.
Would be ideal. Now that 9 ball comes into play. Position from the 6 to the 7 is tricky.
He's digging down. three. This looks absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. What a shot.
Yeah, just listen to the crowd here. Over 2,000 in attendance. They'll tell you what they think about that effort.
Settle down.
You know what? That was twice as difficult as the one Skyler missed. Made that look very easy.
Still got a bit of work to do. He's wrong-sided himself if he intended the side pocket for this 8.
Jim, have faith. This flies into the corner.
Well, if he plays it in the side, Andy, he's going to be traveling a little with the cue ball. Up and down.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Well, I say that. Slow down, slow down. Oh. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm feeling it sat here, Jim.
When you've got to travel with that cue ball, it's just never straightforward.
That's why I don't know why I didn't take it to the corner. You're stunning over for it.
Quiet, please.
A lot less room for error.
Massive shot here. And it looks like he's banking it.
Oh my goodness.
Skyler Woodward can't believe he's back at the table.
Quiet down, please. Quiet,
Where's that cue ball
please.
going to run to after he pots this, Jim?
He's just worrying about the 9 right now.
Cue ball.
Well, it was near that corner, but he got the 9. And like I said, rose to the occasion. 2-2. A gift from yeah, just when you think it's easy. Straight forward into the side pocket, just overhit this by about a foot. So much so that he elected to take the difficult bank shot on.
If he could play that again, would he have played it into the corner?
And yeah, I don't think so. I think he'd do the same thing. He just knows he overhit it. But this was a good 9 from Skyler. There was so much pressure on that 9 ball, but he couldn't care less where the cue ball was headed, could he? It was all about the 9.
Thank you. Rack 5. Europe to break. 2 racks each. Settle down, please.
Rack number
Settle
5.
down.
The first one went to a deciding rack. The way this one's heating up, could be take 2. Yeah, there was a little venom in that break. And nothing found any gravity.
And a clear shot at the 1. He slumps in his chair. Look at him. He knows that might be his last shot in this rack.
Settle down, please.
Two 7.
Now, the only danger he's got here is if he lets the 2 run on a bit.
And I don't know whether the 3 is available even
Quiet down,
after the
please.
2. So May have to try and develop something here. Almost looked like he tried to flick the 3 there.
Well, if he would have flicked it, he would have perhaps snookered himself on the 2. So maybe he could play that. That's not a bad shot. He'd take that.
Well, he's having a look at the 3 now. No way it goes to the bottom right corner. Don't think it goes to the side pocket past the 8. And if it's not available, I'll tell you, the safety option right here might be the best one that he sees, unless he wants to try and take the cue ball into those 3 and develop.
I think he's going to play between the gap of the 4 and the 9 here.
Well, then that 3 must go. This 3 must pass the way he's played this. Or does he want to play the snooker here? He's in a great spot to do that. No, there's no way this 3 goes. So he's got to be looking at the snooker right here. Got to be careful.
Please.
This isn't straightforward.
Well, they boo, but that is a backhanded compliment. It's an excellent shot.
That's exactly right, Andy. That showed a nice touch. Just finding the spot on that cushion. He's already called for his extension. Well, that was a good hit.
Yeah.
Couldn't have asked for a better result there.
I wonder if he's tempted to bank this. No, safety. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Wonderful touch.
He really does have the game to Skyler Woodward.
Yeah, he's impressed me, Jim. He really has.
He's impressing them. Jeremy Jones on the left and Johan Ruschenk, captain on co-captain.
He knows the 3's going to stick.
Half a chance, far from easy.
Quiet down, please.
I mentioned that Skyler had already accounted for 2 points for Team USA. Kazakis has had a couple opportunities, both in doubles play, partnering Kachi and Niels Fine. And as yet, he's not really provided any help for Team Europe.
Wow.
He really wants to make that right. And here's an opportunity right here.
And has to do nothing with the cue ball on this as well. Let's just having a look now. If he leaves the white ball. Wow, look at this. Didn't even rattle it.
Please.
Mile away.
Settle down.
That's pressure, that's nerves, there's a lot of that out there.
Going to take a good stroke here and deliver that cue straight through that white to hold for the 5.
Yeah, this is tough. The gap between the cue ball and the 4 is quite big, which makes the holding of the white ball that much more difficult. And there you go.
He didn't do it. He tried to feather the 9. He's going to have to kick at this, I think, off the side cushion. Well, he's going to try and raise the cue. This is tough. Got it.
Genius. Shot of a genius. We questioned it. It was never in doubt in his mind.
Quiet down, please.
Oh, my goodness, that one wiped its feet.
And that's the reason he's just off angle on the 8. Now he may have to go up table again.
Look at this. Near, far,
Settle down, please.
and then it drops.
Well, the way he's cueing at this, he's playing it with some pace.
Last time he did this, he fell short. This time, he falls absolutely perfect. He'll take that. He'll absolutely take that, Jim. He'll take it as well.
Quiet down, please.
Huge rack. And an even better way to win it. Woodward was halfway out of his chair. Kazakis put him back in it. 3-2 Europe, just in front. Yeah, it was this tricky little effort. Bad positional shot, but he retrieved it magnificently.
He looks so pumped up, doesn't he? What a mega shot that was. Rolls in the 9. And everyone getting a big high five.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna
Look
make
how focused he is. Kazakis is in the zone. Woodward out there at the moment. And this crowd is absolutely rocking.
as they have been all week.
Settle down, please.
Rack number 6. Skyler with a quick look at the pack. Give him an idea of exactly how he wants to attack that diamond
Settle
cluster.
down. Rack 6. USA
That lag is so important at the top of the match, isn't it? Because this rack
please.
here is massive. When you're 3-2 down and you break, you know that if you lose this, you go 4-2 down and the other fella breaks. Massive, massive rack coming up here for the Americans.
Two balls made. He's got a thin cut on the 2 ball. 3 in the open. And you'll need to come all the way back down table for the 5 next. So
Quiet
cue
down,
ball is going to be
please.
doing a little bit of traveling in this rack.
Quiet down.
Play this with a lot of bottom and right hand spin and swing the
Settle
cue ball
down,
off.
please.
Top cushion, right hand side cushion, bottom left hand side cushion, come down for the 5. Beautifully played. Doesn't want to be too straight though.
No, he doesn't.
And if he's got any angle with which to work here, Andy, it sure isn't
Settle
apparent.
down, please.
He's playing it with top. So he's obviously got a bit of room to manoeuvre the cue ball. Oh, he's played that well.
Yeah, pinch the pocket nicely.
Yeah, a little bit left-hand side. Oh, he looked up to the heavens there as if he wasn't happy with the angle he's got on the 6. The 7 goes into both corner pockets, so he's got options here. Well, another 2-3 inches would have made the next shot a lot easier. As it is, it's missable.
Quiet down, please.
He knows that he can take the black into the middle if he needs to send the white down that end of the table. All about this shot.
He's going through these pretty quickly and confidently.
Quiet down, please. Quiet down.
Three. Why'd we expect it to be any different? Who knows? Heating up. And this looks like it's going to go all the way to another hill match. High fives all around for Skyler Woodward. But it's going to be Kazakis to break in the next. And he's already getting ready. There you see the order of play as it's unfolded here. Day 3 of the Mosconi Cup. 7-4. That's the score you really want to focus on. USA in command. Europe needing a fight back, and they're hoping that Kazakis can provide it. Next up, it'll be doubles action, followed by Woodward again against Jason Shaw, and then we close out day 3 with some more doubles action.
Look at that, Shane Van Boening, one of the best players in the game, only appears once for the Americans. Are they saving him, Jim?
I think they are, Andy. I think Captain Johan Ruschenk right now is keeping his ace up his sleeve. That bodes very well for Team USA going into day 4. He's just not getting the same run of the ball following the break that Skyler Woodward is getting. He's knocked balls in off the break, but just doesn't seem to leave himself a shot. So again, the safety. And he'll want to play a real good one.
He does, because every ball's out in the open. That's the problem he's got. And when you've got an object ball so close to a rail,
Settle down,
you have
please.
a tendency sometimes to either skid, sometimes to double kiss.
Just wants to be sure in his mind. Commitment is very important when you're playing pool.
How do you think you play this, Jim? Do you think you'll try and put the white behind the 8 ball? Knowing that if he misses the 8, the 4 could cover him as well?
Or even try and feather it over behind the 3. Just his choice, whatever he prefers. Well, that worked out pretty well. I'm not exactly sure what he was trying, other than to try and get the cue ball behind either the 9 or the 7, but that was risky. He's left Skyler a reply here.
Settle down, please. Extension code. Quiet
No, didn't want the contact on the 3. He's left a chance for Alex. Far from easy. Try and knock this 2 down into the bottom right corner. Looks like the cue ball is going to head straight towards that red 3. That's the next one on. Big shot. He's going to have to retrieve the situation with a bank. And I'm not sure the 4 goes by the 8 into the top left corner.
It's very tight. Very tight. I think it might just actually, Jim.
Please.
We'll find out right after this. He's played safe.
And that tells me the 4 doesn't go, Andy. And I think he's left a chance at the 3.
Yeah, he drops his head, goes back to his chair. He knows that was a chance. And of course he broke this rack.
Quiet down, please.
Overcooked it. Just wonder if the ticking down of the clock was on his mind there, Jim. He rather rushed it at the end.
It wasn't easy, but yeah, he might have liked to have had just a bit more time to gather himself.
All of a sudden, both players are missing. Not necessarily easy balls, but ones you would expect them to make. And has he overcooked that as well? Only just. Leaves half ball.
That's just how high the standard of play has been in this year's Mosconi Cup. You know, we expect them to make everything in the open. It's just not that easy.
Yeah, this is tough, because if he connects with too little of that 3 ball, he's going to send it over the right-hand corner pocket. He decided against it. Where's the 9 going? Where's the 9 going? Not quite sure what he played there. What's he taking on there, Jim? Did he play that? He surely didn't play that, did he?
No, I can't believe he would go with that. He's playing good safeties, Alex. He's not snookering Skyler, but he's not leaving him anything either. This is a much tougher safety than the one he just had.
Quiet down, please.
And I think he may find cover here. Unless, is there a window between the 4 and the 6?
There can't be, surely, is there? Look at that. Does that go? It does. Does it? Oh, has he gone to get his jump cue?
Settle down, please.
What's the choice? He's going to flick it off. Oh dear. Dear, oh dear. The worst possible outcome. Misses it and leaves it over the corner bag.
You know, not to second guess Alex, but it almost looked like he just had to go over the edge of the 4. He could have played that with his playing cue, just elevated a little bit.
Doesn't look good for the Europeans. Kazakis broken this rack.
Quiet down, please.
Woodward at the table. He could be breaking for the match. He knows it. Tiny bit straight, drawing the cue ball back. Oh, no, he's going through. Oh, he's played that well. He's played that well. Natural angle, take the white ball down to the 8. This rack is over.
I think it's noticeable when Skyler's at the table, the balls are in the open. He plays at a quicker pace, a more confident pace than does Kazakis. And for that reason, USA just in front, 4-3. This second match of day 3, a chance to extend the lead even further. And now, Andy, Alex Kazakis is in the frying pot.
Well, it's out of his hands now because he's not breaking. This was the shot that, of course, led to him losing that rack. Jumped over the 4-ball. Object ball hits the black. There's the shot. And on these pockets, it's tough to rattle them.
But no one coming down to console him either. No one coming down to talk to him, keep him calm. He's talking to himself. A lot of negative thoughts going through that head.
Yeah, that surprises me. I remember virtually seeing Darren Appleton going down to every player when he wasn't playing and he was in the team, consoling them, offering him words of wisdom. Americans seem a lot more of a team this year. And that could be one rack away from being 8-4 in front, 3 points away from winning the Mosconi.
One into the side. He's got an open look at the 2. He's cheekily looking at this 2-9, but you can't see him taking it on. And it looks a little too thin to cut back into the bottom left corner. So he's got to play.
He's looking, look at him, he's shaking his head. He's eyeing it up. I mean, the gap between the 2 and the 9 is big.
Well, the only reason would be if he could play it in a manner to get the cue ball safe, but I can't see it. No.
Wise choice.
Yeah, he's left Alex the kick from the side cushion. But I'll tell you what, a kick here on the left-hand side of the 2 is going to take that cue ball into the 9 as well. And Alex is looking at it. I think Skyler would like to have had a little bit more distance between that 2 and 9.
Biggest shot of the match so far, this.
And he's playing it with bottom. He's going to try and go at the 9 here. Yeah, harder.
Wow.
If he'd have played that shot with pace, he might have made the 9.
As it is, look what he's done. Look what he has done. 2 wide in the open. And I just wonder. I mean, it was a great idea off the side rail. Flicks the 2. Stuns onto the 9.
Settle down, please.
What a pure hit that was. And look at the 4-9 combination to close the deal.
Yeah. I think that is it.
Quiet down, please.
I don't think we'll see Alex at the table again.
4-9. And it's going to be over and out.
Quiet down, please.
Another big point for Team USA. Skyler Woodward marches on. 8-4. Now America well and truly in the driver's seat here. And how can Europe respond? Only time will tell.